My name is Lauren Mason, and I'm sitting here in one of my favorite little rooms at Nourish Healing Collective, which is where I'll be hosting a 200-hour training starting in February of 2024. I'm really excited about this training. We've called it Journey Within because the owner of this space and I we kind of got together and decided that we wanted to create a training that was focused on creating really good yoga teachers, but also creating really good yoga practitioners. Because we share this belief that if you are really grounded in your philosophy, if you're really grounded in your own practice, and you have a really good, deep understanding of yourself and a commitment to self improvement and growth and honesty with yourself, that you're going to be a really authentic, wonderful practitioner. And that the skills of teaching, the skills of being a good yoga teacher are things that will kind of arise naturally if you are grounded in yourself and focused on caring for your students. So we've called this training Journey Within, and that's really what we're hoping for our students, those who are making this big transformation from yoga student to yoga teacher, but also making this kind of deep commitment to their own practice, because being a yoga teacher will challenge you in a lot of wonderful ways. And one of the things that it really challenges is your personal journey, your understanding of yourself, your commitment to yourself. Just like any kind of new big role that you take on, it's going to bring stuff up for you. It's going to reveal things about yourself and force you to grow. You're either going to be forced to grow or you're not going to be able to progress any further. Um, and we want to create an environment that is supportive of that, that allows space for that. So, I, as a yoga therapist, and the other teacher trainers who will be joining us, we are all on this mission to provide a training that is really supportive of the practitioner, of the individual, while at the same time helping them to learn the skills that they need to become a yoga teacher. So, this practice that I'm going to share with you this evening is not very long. It's a short little practice that kind of incorporates some of my favorite things, which is doing a little bit of introspection, doing a little bit of calming and stilling within the body, um, doing a little bit of intention setting or focusing, and then using that intention to embody, to move in the body a little bit, to invite that intention into our mind and our body and our breath as if it is already true, and then kind of see how we react to that and process that in a meditation. So we'll start by doing a little bit of meditation. You're welcome to do this more like a journaling exercise if that's more useful for you. And then we'll do a little bit of gentle movement and we'll finish with a meditation. So I am sitting on a blanket here. You might not be able to see. So feel free to elevate your hips if that will help you to be a little bit more comfortable as you're seated. Or you're welcome to lay down. You're welcome to sit at a desk if you're journaling, just whatever is best for you. And as I'm settling in here, I'm going to change even how my legs are crossed. So um, I will share, um, yeah, a little bit of some some statements or some opportunities for inquiry as we kind of get started in here. And then I'll offer some suggestions for some gentle movement. Always feel free to modify in the way that suits your body best and is most helpful for you today. So find your comfortable position and take a moment to settle in. Allow your body to settle, to be supported, resting down through your legs, softening through your shoulders, relaxing through your jaw and your face. Start to feel into your breath. feeling your breath flow in and out. And take a few breaths, a few moments to check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling in your body, in your emotions or your energy? How are you feeling in your mind? And maybe you describe how you're feeling to yourself with words. Or maybe you just kind of move your awareness from sensation to sensation, noticing what's going on in every level of your experience. And continue to breathe with mindful awareness, approaching yourself with kindness, with a gentle curiosity, not criticizing or passing judgment on anything you notice. And begin to allow your mind to gravitate towards a strong feeling. Perhaps that is something nice, something you want to grow and spread. Or maybe your attention is drawn to something that is less nice, something that you are struggling with. We're going to use this strong sensation or this strong point of awareness as the basis for our intention. So, if your mind is gravitating towards something that is useful, something you would like to cultivate and grow within your body or your mind or your heart, allow that to fill your mind completely and invite that to come into all levels of your being. And if you're working more with something that is challenging for you, consider what its opposite might be. So, for a personal example, something that is standing out to me today is a sense of impatience. And so, the opposite of that to me today is contentment. Instead of being anxious about something that I can't control and I won't know about anytime soon, I choose to be content with where I am now. And then I focus on that sense of contentment and invite that to fill my body, to fill my mind, and to fill my heart. And as you try to grow this nicer feeling or this feeling that you want in your whole system, notice if there's any resistance. Notice if there is any challenge or hesitation to bringing that into your whole body, every level of your being. And just acknowledge that with that same kindness, non judgment, and continue to invite that feeling in despite any resistance. And we'll continue to cultivate this feeling as we go through a little bit of movement. So maintain your awareness on this. Maybe even keep your eyes closed or just barely open as you start to transition. Take your time and pause for movement along the way. We're eventually going to come to hands and knees. So take your time kind of crawling around to a hands and knees or a tabletop position. Again, maybe taking some little movements and stretches along the way. And then we'll start to practice some spinal movement, kind of like a cat and cow, but involving some back and forth movement as well. I call this movement Chakravakasana. So we're going to inhale and find just a little back bend, like a baby cow pose, reaching your heart forward, lifting your head, lifting your tailbone. And as you exhale, round your back, curl your tailbone under, and shift your hips back towards your heels, any amount. And then inhale to come back forward through a neutral spine. At the end of your inhale, lifting into that little baby cow. And then exhale, round and press back, lowering the head, relaxing the arms. And continue like this at your pace. Inhaling as you shift forward, expanding through the lungs, expanding across the heart. And exhale as you move back, softening through the shoulders, softening through the head and the hips and the back. And continue like this on your breath. So moving at your own breath pace, really taking your time, noticing what you feel all the way through these movements. And continuing to invite in that sensation or that feeling that was your focus during our opening meditation. With every inhale, you might imagine drawing that feeling into your body. And as you exhale, imagine settling into that feeling. Finish the breath you're on and take 2 more, please. Coming back into a child's pose when you're ready. Lowering your head down, relaxing through your arms. Maybe bringing a little bit of support underneath your forehead, just like your crossed arms, or any kind of prop or support you have handy. And breathe here. Inviting in a sense of grounding, connection with the earth. Inviting in a sense of safety. One more full breath here. And as you're ready, slowly make your way up to your hands and knees. And then step one knee out to the side. I'm going to turn myself a little bit to make this easier to see. So one foot's going to come out to the side with your heel in front of your knee. So I'm doing my right foot out to the side. And then you're going to walk up to a high kneeling position. So my foot is kind of pointed out to the side, foot is a little bit in front of the knee. And we're going to stand nice and tall here to start, bringing the shoulders in line with this front knee. And then keep that openness. Keep this back shoulder drawing back and lean over to the side. And you may just stay here. I kind of naturally rest my back hand on my low back. You might let your head lean to the side if it feels nice to relax your neck in that way. Or if it feels nice, you might reach your top arm all the way up and overhead, or kind of compromise and rest your hand behind your head. And breathe here, inviting a sense of openness, opening yourself to new possibilities, opening yourself to new energy. So even as you remain focused on that feeling you're cultivating in your practice, consider how you might open yourself a little bit more, maintaining a sense of stability in the legs, maintaining a sense of balance with your breath. And when you're ready, gently release. We're going to change sides. You can just come to a high kneeling position and change, or you can bring your hands down to the floor. So take your time. Do what feels good for you. Change to the other side. Keep that chest open, shoulders in line, and then lean over. And again, find your favorite place for your opposite arm. Find the angle of your head that works best. Take your time building the best posture for your body right now. Feel stability in your legs. Feel support through your core and through your breath. And then find that sense of openness. What can you open yourself to in this moment? When you're ready, gently release. Come and bring your hands back down to the mat and come back to your tabletop position just to take any kind of movement that feels nice, maybe side to side, maybe coming back to that first movement that we did, that Chakravakasana, or anything else that feels good. And from here, we're going to come to lay down on our backs. If you prefer to have a little support underneath your head and neck, you can do that. I'm going to use my blanket I was sitting on earlier for that purpose. And come to lay down on your back where you feel nice and supported. You can rest your hands here on your body, which might help you to be aware of your rib cage and your breath. Or if you want a little bit more opening up through your chest and shoulders, you might rest your hands kind of up with your elbows bent, just in whatever place they feel comfortable. And then knees are bent, feet on the floor. Start by trying your feet and your knees pretty close together. And as you go through this next movement, if that doesn't feel good, you can feel free to bring your feet wider. So start here in the middle with a good inhale. Expand through your rib cage. And as you exhale, allow your knees to lower over towards one side, any amount. So they may only go a little bit as you get warmed up. Inhale back up to the middle, expanding those lungs, grounding through the hips and shoulders. Exhaling over towards the other side. And continue like this, inhaling up to the middle. Exhaling over towards the side. Moving with your breath as slowly as you are comfortable. And you might even let your head go with you, kind of turning your head in the opposite direction that your knees lower. And then bringing your knees and nose up to the center as you inhale. And then knees and nose turning away from each other as you exhale. And keep going like this, side to side, a few more times. settling into your own rhythm, noticing all the sensations in the body. And maybe as you move, inviting in kind of a sense of going with the flow, releasing control, allowing the body to move itself with as little effort as possible. Finish the breath you're on and do 2 or 3 more. Take your time. And whenever you feel balanced in both directions, come back to neutral. Let your arms come to a more neutral place. Maybe readjust your hips or your shoulders or your head to feel a little more centered and balanced. And we'll pause here for a little meditation. If you like, you can stay resting on your back, or if you like, you can come up to sit. I'm going to come up to sit just because it feels weird to lead meditation laying on my back. So come into whatever position is most comfortable for you. And take a few moments as you transition to focus fully on your breath. Nice, slow, full, expansive inhales. Nice, slow, gradual exhales. Imagining that the inhales expand from the center of your body out to your extremities, out to your edges. And then your exhales draw back in towards the center. Inhales filling and expanding out through the whole body. Exhale drawing in towards center. I'm using my hands to help me feel this, so you're welcome to try this if you like. Inhale, the hands expanding out. Exhale, the hands drawing in. Or you might visualize inside your body a glow or an energy that starts in the center of your body and radiates out as you inhale. And then an energy that draws back in towards the very center, the very depths of your body as you exhale. And continue like this. A few more slow breaths. Finish the breath you're on and take one more. And then let your breath come to a calmer, restful pace. Softening the breath and releasing control over it. Allowing your body to settle into stillness. Begin to imagine yourself sitting in a very high place, high but safe, like the peak of a mountain. Feel your body relaxed and comfortable. Feel your breath soft and steady. And imagine that sitting in this place, you have achieved your goals. Imagine that you are sitting in this place, having achieved all of your goals. Feel yourself as a person who is successful, as a person who is filled with joy and determination, filled with peace and strength, with contentment, with love. Feel all of the things that make you, you, amplified, balanced. And notice what those things are. So explore yourself as you imagine sitting at the pinnacle, sitting at this peak filled with accomplishment. Notice what qualities are amplified in you. Focus on your unique energy. And consider for a moment everything that lies behind you, everything that has brought you to this point. And consider for a moment everything that lies ahead of you, everything that you will be able to do, or know, or see. And for a few more moments, imagine yourself here at this place and form an intentional memory around it. And only when you are ready, begin to bring your awareness back into your physical body where you are right now. And recall again that feeling that you focused on at the beginning of your practice. Notice how you feel about it now, how you feel about yourself now. And maybe you spend a little bit of time contemplating your experience or journaling on your experience. Maybe you have some questions. So take your time. There is no rush to end this practice, but I will go ahead and end my portion of leading this practice with you. I am grateful to all of my teachers and everyone who has enabled me to be where I am today. I am grateful for all the work that I have done and all the work I have yet to do. And I'm grateful for you choosing to watch this video, for choosing to practice with me, maybe considering doing a yoga teacher training with me. And so I invite you to continue to process. Please ask me any questions that you like. And I'll close by using the Sanskrit word namaste. My favorite translation or understanding of this word is the highest and best that is within me sees and honors the highest and best that is within you. And we are connected. So wherever you are, though we are separated by time and space, I honor you. We are connected. Thank you and namaste.